What else you guys been up to, huh? Anyone?
Well, I see what you guys have been up to, and that's getting your first vaccine shot. That was broadcasted live.
Oh yeah, we did do
on
that.
like Japanese television.
That's all right. I got fucking stared down by like the Minister of Health or whatever he was.
Yeah. The
what was he again?
Well, I guess the Anthony Fauci of Japan.
Yes, essentially. Yeah. But we got. Is it weird to say that our vaccine was sponsored?
This vaccine is sponsored by.
In a sense, it kind of was, but not really.
It was and it wasn't.
I mean, I don't know.
We didn't get paid to get vaccines, so I guess it wasn't sponsored.
Yeah, so the company that we work for is obviously a subsidiary of a subsidiary which is owned by Kadokawa.
Yeah.
And Kadokawa in Japan, I disagree with this. They were only really giving the vaccines out to big companies with over 1,000 employees, I think.
Yeah.
To give so that they could give it to their employees.
Yeah.
But I just think that you should just give it to anyone who wants it. Because apparently, people, the elderly population here haven't been too receptive to it. They haven't been taking it much. Whatever. So yeah, they had it, and I believe Kadokawa was like, all right, well, let's make it a press event.
Yeah.
And so
because Duango, which is the company that owns Nico Nico, which is like the Japanese YouTube essentially, they wanted to like do this program where they were like, we need to get foreigners living in Japan vaccinated. Because, we want to show that off, right? Being like, it doesn't matter if you're a foreigner, you can get vaccinated here, guys. Yeah, like every foreigner living here isn't like, can you just give me the fucking vaccine already? We know the vaccine exists. So yeah, they were like, well, Trash Taste has a lot of foreigners in it.
Yeah, so they were like, yeah, you can have the vaccine if you go on TV. And I was thinking like, fuck, well, it could be months before I get it here. I don't know when I'm going to get it,
Yeah.
It's, it's not like I've never done this before. Sure, fuck it. I'll get stabbed on TV.
Yeah. At least you weren't given the death glare, right?
Yeah, well, so what happened was that we turned up to this place and we fill out a form and there's already like people like shuffling us around. And like, obviously it's a very strange experience if you've never been on like a press thing. And to be honest, we haven't been on many, but essentially you turn up at a place and then like a group of 10 people are like, come here, do this thing. And then they're shoving you around and you're just like, all right, okay, I'll just keep following. And then you like, fill out this form, fill it out now. All right, okay, I'm filling it out. Oh, come here. You got to do this. And then I'm like, all right, well, shit, what's going on? Fuck.
Yeah.
And then
meanwhile, this entire time, this entire thing is live streamed on Nico Nico in front of, I think it was like 35,000 people.
Yeah, something.
Yeah, I don't know what 35,000 people are just sitting there watching people getting vaccinated.
Right?
I'm not sure if it was total views or live views, but it was a lot.
It was live views.
So
I saw how many comments there were, and it just like completely filled up the screen. So with Nico Nico, it's not like YouTube comments where you can read them down on the bottom. Like if you comment something, it like appears live on the feed.
It's pretty cool, but also really distracting.
It's a cool feature, I think.
Yeah. So then we get shuffled across to this other room with like 20 cameras and a bunch of people, and me and Jerry just look so out of place because everyone is wearing suits, and we're just like, all right.
And Connor and I are rocking in our JoJo shirts.
Yeah, we were wearing JoJo shirts. So I was like, if I'm going on TV, I'm wearing JoJo merch. And then they were like, sit down here, and I was like, okay, cool. And literally like 2 seconds later, after they told us to sit down, the health minister comes around the corner, and like Emperor Palpatine just stares us down like. Yes.
Yeah, what the fuck was up with that death stare he gave you guys?
Wait, so before that as well, right? He's like, how was it? And we were, and Joey didn't say anything.
He looked at me and he was like, in English, he was like, how was it? And I'm like, I was this close to being like, bro, I literally just walked in. Like we haven't got it yet. We're waiting.
Yeah. So Joey didn't respond, and we were really awkward because we got confused. And then as he's walking, I'm like, oh, we haven't had it yet. And he goes, oh. And then just walks off, but then has a 5-minute conversation with the Japanese cosplayers. And me and Jay are like, all right, well, yeah.
All right, can we go get it now? Like,
wait, there were Japanese cosplayers there?
Yeah, there was someone from Final Fantasy VII next to me.
Just in cosplay?
In cosplay.
It was really strange.
Was this like a vaccine like event, or was this like fucking anime expo or something?
I think the event was to like
they were Japanese influencers.
Yeah, they were Japanese influencers. So it was like foreign influencers, Japanese influencers, musicians, talents, all that kind of stuff.
So they just came in costume.
They came in costume.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Well, I think we don't really give a shit. I think the Japanese talent very much care about upholding the image.
Yeah, like the image.
I mean, Jerry like, fuck it, we'll just tell them with Joker. I guess that's upholding the image, right?
Yeah. And then when I was getting the vaccine, from my periphery. Like I could see from my periphery, just the health minister just staring down at me. Like
There's this really funny video of like 4 angles of this guy just staring at Joe with like a whole press team behind him. It was really bizarre.
It looked so fucking ominous.
It
It looked
was
like a
really
scene from like fucking JoJo or something.
it looked like a parody. Like when, especially when they're like zooming on him as well. I was just like, this is like built for memes.
It's like, yes, the anime, man.
It's like,
It's
yeah.
literally Emperor Palpatine just walking around with his like subordinates.
It's like, do it.
Stab him.
Yeah, because I went like a few hours afterwards because I was busy winning a Shadowverse tournament at the time.
GG, by the way.
But yeah, I came in afterwards and it was like pretty chill for me. I didn't have any cameras, no interview. Did you guys have to do interviews or anything like that?
No, we just went on like a live stream afterwards and said,
Yeah.
watch Trash Taste.
Did you have to sit in front of like, there was like a weird like shrine looking thing after you got the shot? So,
shrine.
so after we got the shot, one of the there was like 7 camera angles on this Nico Nico live stream, but one of the camera angles was through. It was on this table and it was through these like torii gates.
It was a really
Right.
shit angle.
It was a really shit angle. Like, you could barely see our faces, but basically they were like, once we got the shots done, we came out and they were like, oh, sit down and give us a couple of like words on how your experience was. So Connor and I got sat in front of this torii shrine and they were like, how was it? And I was like, fucking needle, wasn't it? Like, I've done this before, dude. It's just the vaccine. But then we used that as the opportunity to be like, what's Trash Taste?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn, promoting trash taste during a vaccine.
Yeah, I guarantee most of them didn't understand what we said, but it's all right. It's the thought that counts.
I saw Sydney's clip where she went in front of it and she just says, yeah, I'm an eroge YouTuber. And she literally said that. And the comments were just like, what? Everyone thought she was like a JAV actress or something.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Poor choice of words. But yeah, I mean.
So yeah, I guess I traded. I did let them. We were guinea pigs for the press so that we could get vaccines.
Worth it, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, like when we
Yeah.
got like the offer from Malin, like Malin just messages us one day and was like, guys, good news. I can secure you guys a vaccine. And we're just like, great.
Yeah.
As hopefully many companies are getting vaccinated right now. That's fucking brilliant. And then she was like, but there's a catch. I was like, what do you mean there's a fucking catch? I just want to get vaccinated.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you can get it if you appear on Nico Nico and live stream it. I'm just like, what kind of sponsorship offer is this? This is like literally the weirdest sponsorship offer I've ever heard in my life.
We've never done anything
It's
with
not really a
Nico Nico.
sponsorship. We didn't have to do much, just turn
it
up.
kind of felt like it at the time, but
Yeah.
it wasn't technically a sponsorship offer. But
Slowly getting there.
Yeah.
First jab complete. Next one in the end of this month.
End
so.
of this month, and
Yeah.
then we'll be fully 5G'd up.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
fully 5G.
I'm
Awesome.
honestly impressed because it just seemed like a switch just like flicked in like the Japanese vaccination program.
Yeah.
And like we went from no vaccines to everyone's getting a vaccine now.
Well, yeah,
which is
because
good.
I think it's
Olympics.
because the government finally realized they were like, Olympics is a month away and no one's been vaccinated yet.
Yeah, they were like, that's not a good
We
look.
should probably do something about that.
Yeah, because Japan normally isn't used to really having eyes on them. They normally
No.
kind of very much like that.
Yeah.
And now they have all the eyes on them,
Yeah.
watching literally everything they do and criticizing it.
Yeah.
So they're not. I don't think they're like used to it.
Yeah. But
America's like first time, huh?
I got these like really fucking awful back pains like the
Did you?
day after I got the vaccine shot. Like, most of the time it's like, oh, my left arm or whatever arm you got was sore. Or, I got it on the left arm and like
Yeah.
this entire part was just aching like fucking crazy. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm feeling sleepy. I'm feeling drowsy. Meanwhile, I woke up the next day and I was like, I feel like someone just like drop kicked me in the back. I don't know why.
It's so
and I'm-
strange. I've never heard anyone
it's
say they
it's
got
weird,
that.
right? And it's like only me and Aki are the only ones that have got this side effect. Everyone else was
Bro,
just like,
if I scream too loudly, you might fucking turn into a titan.
I was about to say,
Legit.
obviously you were just injected with that fucking
that's
Titan
probably why.
juice.
That's probably why.
That's what the health minister
That's
was
what
like.
it's like, he better not become a fucking titan.
It's like they give you the vaccine, they put a bottle of wine there. We're going to put spoiler warning for that joke.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
like fucking Historia looking at me, right? It's just like, you better not turn into a fucking titan. I swear to God.
We're going to put a spoiler warning.
Yeah.
Fuck. Probably the first ever just casual spoiler we've ever
Yeah.
done.
yeah, yeah.